have your president, your businessman in place, your business lady in place, you have your product developer in place, and you are there, the ideas person. Okay, so there are the three of you. In the background is the venture capitalist with the financing. You're ready to go. You've got your physical plant all set up, and it's ready to go. You start working, all right? What else do you need? Well, you need to take care of the legal aspects of all of this. So legal aspects, all kinds of considerations. You need to consider whether to incorporate. You need to consider the stock situation. You need to consider stock options. You need to consider the labor relations, and you need to consider employee agreements. You need to consider intellectual property, which is patents and your trademarks. You need to consider insurance. You need to consider insurance. You need to consider products liability insurance. You need to consider insurance like you have on your house. You need to consider fire insurance. You need to consider malpractice insurance. There are all kinds of these things. So you need consultants. So that's the next situation that you find yourself in, consultants. All right. Okay, so consultants. You don't need to hire yourself a general counsel. You don't need to hire an insurance person. You don't need to hire an HR person. You don't need to hire a number of these people, because there are private firms that can provide that kind of advice to you on an hourly basis, and that is the way to take care of this situation now that you're up and running. Is you need to hire a private firm that'll do your general work. You need to hire a securities and exchange company or exchange firm. You need to hire an insurance broker. You need to hire an HR company that can consult with you and provide you advice on an as-needed basis for all of these consultancy aspects. Remember, I said that the intellectual property is the only real asset that is valuable and that will allow you to show the megacorp that they can buy you out, or that you can show to the IPO, show in the IPO that you've got something that is exclusive. Okay. But the other aspects, the other legal aspects, the incorporation, the corporate aspects, the securities and exchange aspects, and the labor aspects, the employee aspects, those are also important, and you need to hire lawyers to take care of this. Now, there are many general law firms around the country that can do this for you. You need to interview a number of them. Pick one that fits best with you. Pick a firm that where you sit down and you're talking to the lawyers at the firm. You have a good gut response to these people. All right. Don't look at reputations. Don't look at things on the internet about how great they are, because they will all say they're great. That's the reputation of law firms throughout the country. We're all great. What you need to do is individually sit down with a lawyer, a representative of the firm, talk to that man, talk to that woman, get a feeling in your gut. Do I like these people? Do they seem trustworthy? Are they going to do a good job for me? Some law firms with sterling reputations may not be the best fit. On the other hand, some small law firm that doesn't have an international reputation may be the best fit. Alternatively, you may want to hire somebody like Morgan, Lewis & Bockius, or you may want to hire Baker & McKinsey, because there's a lawyer there that is the best fit for you, the best emotional fit for you. That's what you want to do. Now, the other aspect about this is sometimes law firms won't want to take you on, because they will want to see your business plan. They will want to see what you have. They will want to evaluate you, because, of course, the law firms aren't in the business of charity. They're in the business of making money, and they want to know, okay, can this person pay the bills? They know that their bills are going to be hefty, and they know that okay, in order for you to pay the bills, you're going to have to show that you can attract those venture capitalists and investment banks later on in order to pay the bills. So they're going to be investigating you as well as you investigating them. And so sometimes in those situations, the big white shoe Wall Street firms, or those firms on Michigan Avenue in Chicago, will say, well, we like what you're doing, but we just don't think we're a very good fit. And what they really mean is, they don't think you're going to be able to pay the bills. And that's the bottom line.
I would like to take this moment to summarize the legal aspects for hiring consultants of all sorts. Of course, the primary consultant you'll hire as a startup company will be your incorporations lawyer, your patent attorneys, and other attorneys to handle certain aspects of your corporation. To incorporate, you need to consider arrangements for your employees, their duties, consideration for your assets, and distribution of stock. Of course, the details involving the incorporation include labor, agreements, and most important, patents. The patents are your key to gaining that golden ring at the IPO. So to incorporate, you need to consider the stock, assets, officers of your company, and the duties. You need to hire a corporations attorney. Do not use a self-help program from the internet. Thank you.